What's going on, guys? It has been over 3.5 months since my last YouTube update. I do apologize for the lack of postings, but a big shout out to the person on Instagram who slid into my DMs and told me to get my shit together and start posting more videos. You know who you are. So basically, I thought an update was in order of what's happened over the last 3 months and what's set to happen in the following months to come. Basically, over the last 3 months, due to the lack of posting on YouTube, I did receive quite a bit of messages on YouTube specifically regarding my well-being. I guess people thought that since I stopped posting for such a long duration, there would have been concerns over my health or well-being. Basically, putting it in a nutshell is that I'm rather, I procrastinate quite a lot with YouTube, but I'm trying to fix that. But the main update being regarding my health is that it's fine. I have been having regular blood tests throughout this period. I had one about a month ago regarding, I get one like every 3 to 6 months, and that came back all fine, normal levels and that sort of stuff. And I do have to have further tests pretty soon regarding how I had one back in my I guess my treatment vlogs. Basically, there's a test that determines what percentage of the bone marrow I have is mine versus the new donated bone marrow. And all throughout treatment, that came back as 100%. So I have to have another one of those since it's been over a year since my transplant. But without going to have the test, you'd assume that it currently is still 100%. So my health is fine, blood's fine, my cardiovascular system is fine, everything else is fine. I can do an update in regards to what possible side effects I'm having post-transplant a year on, but that will be for a later date. In regards to my training, over the last 3 months, I've done quite a lot of things with my training, which you haven't seen because I'm lazy. Basically, as you would have seen leading up to the Arnold Classic, if you watched those videos, I was cutting down. And then once I came out of the Arnold Classic, which was at the end of March, I started a powerlifting program just to get past a short-term goal of mine, which was to get my 3 total lifts, so bench press, deadlift and squat, over to a total of 500 kilograms. Basically, I did a program by Lane Norton, who has a PhD, and this program was called PH3, which, sorry, I've got a bit of a cold, which specialized in increasing the volume and the lifts of those 3 big lifts. Basically, I started that program with a deadlift of, I won't go into the specifics actually, but I might cover that into a later video. Basically, I accomplished my goals with my strength training, and then I realized that strength was never really a long-term goal of mine. So I've recently gone back to a what you consider, I guess, a bodybuilding split with regards to hypertrophy or hypertrophy, depending on how you want to explain it. But also things happen in regards to like what my mentality is in regards to training, rather than being. There's a really good quote made by the great man Steve Cook. He said that he'd rather be an instrument rather than an ornament, and that really resonated with me in regards to, rather than just being a pretty boy looking good on a stage, than having a body that can actually provide some sort of athleticism as well. And myself, I've always had a very long history with sports all throughout my childhood, and basically I don't plan on taking back any more sports. However, back when I was young, I used to be a track sprinter, specifically in hurdles, which I can show you a clip right now.
100 metre hurdles, James Kearsley from St Virgil's on the outside going very strongly. Close battle for second between Sacred Heart Friends and Hutchins, but it's Kearsley from St Virgil's who will come down and take out that race.
And I really want to find out how fast I can run at 100 meters again, because back when I was doing athletics in high school, when I was about 16 years old, it was around for like 14 and a half seconds. And I went to the track a few weeks ago just to do a bit of a minor test, and I'm pretty sure I got around 13.5 because I was actually had to run with my iPhone in my hand, so it wasn't the most accurate version of timing myself, but 13.5 seconds is, I guess, what I'd expect after all these years. But I reckon it'd be really cool to get that down below 13 seconds or even 12 seconds over the next following months. All at the same time, still continuing with my gym work. Basically my workouts are still push-pull legs twice a week. But currently right now it is Monday, and it is the start of a deload week for me, which means that the workouts aren't going to be overly intense or fun to watch because, as I said, I'm deloading, which means I'm trying to get my body to recover before I start a new mesocycle of 4 weeks, where I will start almost completely new amount and set of exercises for the following 4 weeks, really to bring my body into a new sort of stimulus. Anyway, that's training out of the way. There's an even bigger update to give you guys, which if you follow my Instagram and Facebook, you would already be aware of. But last week I became the newest addition to Team Optimum Nutrition here in Australia. Many of you may not know what that means. Basically, you would have seen the Arnold Classic videos where I went to the Arnold Classic in Australia to represent Optimum Nutrition in the expo, doing some work on the booth there. Basically, when I competed in a physique show back in 2015, I guess I applied for the role of an ambassadorship with Optimum Nutrition. In September, when I competed, I got re-diagnosed in December, so I couldn't actually start working for the company until I got better, which was in June the next year, or last year. Basically, what I did as an ambassador was to go around to gyms and to fitness stores and sample the products like Gold Standard Whey and the BCAAs and pre-workouts, sample them to consumers, really get the name of the brand out there. Through working with them and the response I got from the Arnold Classic in Australia, but the response I got from that was overwhelming, and I guess that was something that really pushed me, I guess, to become a sponsored athlete with Team ON. And coincidentally, my most recent order just came in, which was all this stuff, and I'm really excited for what's going to happen with the following years to come with working with Optimum. An amazing set of people, and it's really, really exciting to see what's going to happen in the future. Those are the real main sort of things that I am willing to update you guys on right now. It's been a really cool 3 months, and there's even more exciting stuff to come in the following 3 to 6 months, which hopefully I can bring you guys along for the ride with. I will try to bring my camera along to the gym. However, I unfortunately don't really have a full-time gym partner at the moment, so it's just going to be a boring bit of tripod footage. Now it's time to go train. Alright guys, so as you saw, it was a pretty chilled workout session. I only did 2 sets of squats, 3 sets of leg press, 4 sets of hamstring curl, and 4 sets of calf raises. That was all based around the minimal effective volume for those certain muscle groups, which I won't go into right now. Most likely go into that in a further video down the line. Upon finishing my workout, I realized that I had only eaten 500 calories up until that point, and I finished my workout around 5 p.m. So obviously not the most optimal way of nutrition leading up to a workout or even in any sort of standard day. So I did have quite a lot of calories to cram in from that point. For the last 14 days, I've been in a calorie deficit. The first 5 or 6 days, I was working out my TDEE, which stands for Total Daily Energy Expenditure, which I can elaborate on further if you would like. And I discovered that my TDEE, it's a bit of a mouthful, is currently 3,400 calories, which for a normal person is an astronomical amount. But for me, being naturally lanky or skinny or thin and tall, I guess it's a pretty appropriate amount for my height and my weight. But in saying that, after I finished my workout, I went to Domino's and got a Hawaiian pizza. Now I know you're all thinking, how can you eat pizza and be cutting? For those that are familiar with flexible dieting would be aware that you are able to fit these sort of things into your calories and your macronutrients as long as you adhere to the set limits, as well as adhering to achieving a certain amount of fiber and other micronutrients throughout the rest of the day, which I achieved after eating my Domino's pizza. Basically, I've worked it out in my Fitness Pal, which I've got open right now. The pizza was 220 grams of carbs, 60 grams of protein, and I believe 40 grams of fat, which sounds like a massive amount for anyone. But as I said, I have quite a large amount of calories that I needed to eat for the rest of the day. And I really like pizza. If any of you think that pineapple doesn't belong on pizza, me and you are off to a bad start, so we'll try and fix that in the coming months. Basically, after finishing the pizza, I still had around 100 grams of protein and 60 grams of carbs and 40 grams of fat to hit. So I had some beef jerky and also finished off the night with 2 chicken breasts, or a chicken breast cut in half, that was seasoned with ginger and lemongrass, also with some steamed jasmine rice and sweet chili and lime dressing. So I kind of equaled out what people would consider dirty food with a bit of a clean end to the night as well. But once again, I have nothing further else to update you guys on right now, but if you do want to be kept updated with what's happening with me right now, my Instagram is here, which the link is in the description box, as well as my Facebook and things like Snapchat as well, if you did want to contact me at any point. But stay tuned for a whole bunch of new content to come out. I do have some really good things that I'm going to be getting on with over the next few weeks, and over the next few months as well are some things that I can't really explain or elaborate further on right now, but I guess you have to stay tuned for what's going to happen. And believe me when I say this, there will be some further videos coming very soon. If not, please get on my ass, get me up, slide into my DMs on Instagram and get up my ass to put some more videos out there, because I really do enjoy making them, but I just really need to stop being such a procrastinating person. But until then, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. If you have any questions, queries, or have any requests that you'd like to see in any further videos, please drop it down in the comment section below and I'll get back to you. See you next time.